Okay, welcome to another album review. On this video, I'm gonna review the classic metal album by Slayer called Rain and Blood. This Rain and Blood is the third studio album by the thrash metal band Slayer. It was released October 7th, 1986, by Def Jam Recordings. Yes, surprisingly, Def Jam Recordings. The album was the first was the band's first collaboration with record producer Rick Rubin, who was the co-founder of Def Jam Records. Def Jam Records, which is a hip hop imprint. I don't know how Slayer got intertwined with this, but this Rick Rubin actually produced this album. It's a the band. The band's It said Rain and Blood was well received by both critics and fans, and was responsible for bringing Slayer to the attention of a mainstream metal audience. Okay, Kerrang! Magazine described the record as the heaviest album of all, alongside Anthrax, Among the Living, Megadeth's Peace Cells, and Metallica's Master of Puppets. It came out during that time. That around 80 from 84 to 86. That's when the heaviest of metal albums just came onto the scene. When heavy metal started to be the 80s was the golden age of heavy metal music. I said Rain and Blood helped define the sound of the emerging U.S. thrash metal scene in the 1980s and has remained influential ever since. Okay, this album features this album has like 12 killer in your face, kick 'em in the chest, kick 'em in the teeth type songs, and this album, the artwork and some of the lyrics had this controversy to it. Like the first song on here called "Angel of Death." "Angel of Death" talks is basically about the Holocaust. Columbia didn't want to put out this album mainly solely because the song "Angel of Death," because "Angel of Death" is basically about Joseph Mengele, who was dubbed the Angel of Death because he was a doctor that worked for the Nazi soldiers. Uh, he experimented on different prisoners in the Holocaust camps in Auschwitz, and this album, this is like the most controversial song on their album, and it's followed their career ever since. Uh, the late guitarist Jeff Hannon co-wrote the song "Angel of Death," and he read books on Joseph Mengele during that time, which inspired him to come out with this song. Like, even though none of these people are anti-Semitic or racist, this gave them a bad rep for their for this album. But even though the song has that epic thrash in your face sound to it, that song right there solely kind of gave them a little flack, if not a lot of flack. And after that, there's a song called "Piece by Piece," which is another killer in your face song by Slayer, which displays they mainly drew themselves away from the satanic lyrics that they were known for from Haunted the Chapter and Hell Awaits. They weren't satanic either, but back then that is what sold when it came to heavy metal music, singing about Satanism and all that. When a lot of those dudes didn't even believe in Satan, but they just wrote about him anyway and made songs about him anyway. But with songs like "Piece by Piece" and "Necrophobic," it was an excellent fusion of a fast guitar riff playing, fast head banging, and Tom Araya, who was the vocalist and the bassist, who was just killing it with his fast singing and his fast vocal at the time, and some of his epic screamings that he had on this album. And with tracks like that, it showed it put them out of this speed metal, thrash metal sound. Like, this is basically a mosh pit album. Rain and Blood is basically a mosh pit album. And with song, and it plus songs like "Altar of Sacrifice," which kind of reverted back to their anti-religious and satanic influence songs, uh, which kind of gave a lot of people gave who wasn't into heavy metal. They gave them the side eye with songs like Heavy Altar of Sacrifice, and then a track number of 5, Jesus Saves, which basically talks about people who are so engulfed in organized religion, and like that they're blind, and like they're blind, and they're following a blind religion, and that's the song Jesus Save was about. But like what I like about Jesus Save is that opening guitar riff that had that it kind of sounded like Barracuda's guitar, Heart's Barracuda guitar riff, but with that epic guitar metal sound to it. Yeah, and like that's another thing I liked about this album. It's like with their opening guitar riffs, their fast speed thrashing guitar riffs, and like the way they just presented their songs, and then yeah, it was song "Criminally Insane," which which featured Paul Lombardo, who was a drummer who left shortly after recorded this album. He opened with that like that song, and like songs like Reborn, Epidemic, Postmortem, like which has that feel to it, that epic. It just moves you, just captures you with that epic metal feel, and like songs like Rain and Blood, like it sounds like you hear the thunderstorm at the beginning of the song, but it just pop into that and then like and then it had like after that it's a song called Aggressive Perfecta, where it got like all these songs are fast paced and thrashy, and they got that certain vibe to it, and like it has like Tom Araya, I have you down on your knees to pray my field day. Like and like the way Tom Araya he hits you with that scream like like the way that song produces, and that feel of it, and then it ends with the remix to "Criminally Insane." But like that's what I like about this album. It had that vibe, that feel, that edge, that crunchy edge to it. Their follow up, "South of Heaven," was not well received by their fans because they was expecting a better, more faster follow up to Rain and Blood. But like, hey, like you're not gonna get it all. You're not gonna get that same vibe. Like, see, those are the bands that switches up their style with every album. Especially like with albums like Rain and Blood, and like they didn't want to keep that style with a follow up. I'm gonna do a review on the album South of Heaven. Hold up, South of Heaven was the second album that I bought a Slayer. Hold up, the first Slayer album I bought was Diabolus and Musica. The second one I bought was South of Heaven. The third and the Rain and Blood was my third album that I bought by them. So I kind of like South of Heaven a little bit better because I like that slow, moody. So hold on, I'm gonna say that for the next Slayer review album. But I digress. But like this right here was an excellent album. I give this album like a 9 from a scale from 1 to 9, a 1 to 10. I give this a 9. It's that excellent of an album. Like this is a bomb ass, epic ass album. This is one of the best metal albums ever made. And that's what I like about Rain and Blood.